Welcome back to Windsor Chronicles, your go-to for thoughtful royal insights beyond the tabloid noise. I'm your name, and today we're unpacking a fresh wave of stories surrounding the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, a few eyebrow-raising headlines, and what may really be happening behind palace gates. Let's start with what's had royal watchers buzzing all week. Last Thursday, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle made a joint appearance in New York City, stepping out for the Project Healthy Minds Gala. The event honoured the couple for their advocacy around mental health, crowning them Humanitarians of the Year. Dressed in matching tailored Armani suits, a symbol of unity and quiet elegance, they walked the red carpet hand in hand, visibly at ease. And yet, despite the smiles and heartfelt speeches, several media outlets took a different angle. Some headlines claimed the couple had barely been seen together this year, or suggested their marriage was under strain. But if you've been paying attention, from their joint Invictus appearances in Canada to recent New York initiatives, it's clear the Sussexes have remained publicly and privately united. So, where are these storylines coming from? That leads us to the next chapter. Over the weekend, Page Six dropped what it called an exclusive about Meghan reportedly supporting Prince Harry's desire to mend ties with his father, King Charles. Now, on the surface, this sounds rather warm, even hopeful. The piece suggests Meghan has been encouraging Harry to take steps toward reconciliation, particularly with Charles, and that she's made no effort to stand in his way. One source even claimed that during Harry's recent trip to London, he gifted his father a photo of Archie and Lilibet during a private meeting at Clarence House. According to insiders, the meeting left Harry visibly relieved and uplifted. But here's the twist. While the report paints Meghan in a surprisingly cooperative light, it also subtly pushes familiar narratives that the Sussexes need the royal family, that Meghan was once the wedge and is now the bridge, and interestingly, that Prince William is emerging as the royal with Diana's emotional legacy. The timing and tone of this piece have led some to speculate that it may not be as independent as it appears. Could this be part of a coordinated effort from within palace PR circles? If so, it's a reminder that royal messaging is often as much about spin as it is about substance. One poignant detail from the Page Six report stood out and felt genuinely human. It's the suggestion that Meghan and Harry want King Charles to spend time with his grandchildren. Family, after all, transcends titles and protocol. Despite all the friction, there seems to be a real desire, particularly from Harry, for his children to know their grandfather, and perhaps for Charles to know them beyond the pages of the press. Whether that happens in private visits, video calls, or eventual family reunions remains to be seen. But in the often cynical world of royal headlines, this note rang with authenticity. Another intriguing element in this media narrative is the emphasis on Prince William's emotional side. One story referenced him being visibly moved during a recent conversation with a grieving widow. Royal commentators quickly jumped in to say William too has Diana's empathy, that it isn't just Harry who inherited their mother's compassion and emotional depth. This kind of positioning raises interesting questions. Is this an attempt to soften William's public image after years of being seen as more formal, less accessible, especially in contrast to Harry's hands-on, cause-driven persona? Perhaps. Or perhaps it's part of a broader effort to show both sons honouring Diana's legacy in their own ways, even if their paths have sharply diverged. But it's hard not to notice the contrast. While Harry is often critiqued for showing emotion or speaking openly about pain, William is now being praised for shedding a tear. The double standard in royal coverage is alive and well. One of the most bizarre talking points we've seen lately is the claim that Harry and Meghan have barely been seen together. It's a line repeated enough to sound convincing, until you actually look at the timeline. This year alone, they've appeared side by side at multiple events, travelled together, and shared quiet family moments, some of which Meghan has posted through her new lifestyle ventures. Compare that to other royal couples, and it's not even close. The truth is, the Sussexes are very much a team, and have been consistently. So what's really going on here? It's projection, a A strategy. Create doubt in the public mind, repeat it often enough, and hope it sticks. But in the digital age, with real-time images, videos, and direct communication, that's becoming harder and harder to sustain. As we wrap up today's episode, let's take a step back. The gap between what's reported and what's real has rarely felt wider. You have a couple being celebrated on global stages, deeply engaged in mental health work, and raising a young family, all while being painted in sections of the press as out of sync, off balance, or in need of royal approval. And on the other side, we see a palace machine working hard to reshape public perceptions of William, of Charles, of a monarchy that's struggling to maintain modern relevance. Here at Windsor Chronicles, we believe nuance matters. Royals are people, flawed, complex, evolving. And behind every photo op or press release, there are real relationships being tested, repaired, or sometimes lost. So whether reconciliation is truly on the horizon between Harry and Charles, or whether it's simply good optics, only time will tell. But one thing is clear: the Sussexes are charting their course, and the world is watching. That's all for this episode of Windsor Chronicles. If you enjoyed today's show, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review. It helps us reach more royal watchers like you. Until next time, I'm your name. And this has been Windsor Chronicles, where the crown meets context.